Morning everybody, and a very blustery day here in London. I'm making my way through the leaves on the ground. It's raining, hence why my hood is up. Hopefully you can hear me. Today we obviously are back off at the Chelsea job. The fireplace is going in, and also the joinery is going in, so quite a few things to do. At the same time, I'm going to be sort of handling paperwork for the Primrose Hill job. The issue with that is, as usual, the removal firms need everything signed, sealed and delivered, and I've just not been at my desk to do any paperwork or to get any payments to them. So I may have to call them up or speak to the client and say, can you call them with credit card details to get the booking secured. This tends to happen a lot. If you're on site, you just can't get to anything that you want to get to. Anyway, all went well yesterday. I didn't get a chance to do any editing last night, so this will be coming in reasonably late to you, I would imagine. Not quite sure how long the rain is going to be, but we'll keep going regardless. Hello and welcome back to the house, or rather the garage, because I'm actually speaking to you live from the garage. The reason why I'm here is because it's very, very noisy in the house indeed at the moment. The fireplace people have arrived. They're great, they're just cracking on with what they're doing. Cracking being the operative word. They're actually chasing out all of the rendering which is happening all the way around the actual fireplace. So you have all of the different plasterwork which is on both sides, above and at the back, and they need to chop all of that out in order to put the new parts of the fireplace in. And here are the fireplace guys just measuring up. They're actually measuring the chimney breast and the fireplace. You'll often find that fireplaces aren't necessarily dead centre on a chimney breast, so they want to make sure that that is all in line. And once they have got that started, they will then start attacking the fireplace, as you see here, to remove all the old render to put on the new. At the same time as this, perfect timing. At the same time as the fireplace work is going on the ground floor, downstairs in the basement, we are cleaning up the kitchen and the dining area. Obviously down there we've had lots of the equipment because it's the best place to put everything. Everything has been coming in through the garage, through the back garden and into the dining room, where it's been basically a holding space. But now we need to clear that out so we can paint all of the cabinets and all of the walls around, likewise with the kitchen. We could put the appliances in now, but we don't want to do that because painting needs to be done first. That means sanding needs to be done first, and we don't really want the appliances mucked up. So they have all been moved. They are moving basically to the dining room section. That has been cleared out of workman stuff, and the kitchen floor has been revealed for the first time in a long time, so we can now start the clean-up process in there. It's all looking good. And here we are, just clearing up the dining area, preparing this for the floor sanding which will be happening at the weekend. My next stop is chasing the joiner. The joiner has he's actually gone missing. I'm not quite sure where he's gone. I'm in contact with him by text, but I need to know what time he's turning up because he was due here at a certain time and he hasn't arrived as yet. This is one of the common things that happen. People put stuff in their diaries, and very much like my diary, their diaries move as well. So you obviously always need to check when they're coming, what they're doing. I tend to contact them the day before or even 2 days before just to confirm that everything is all right, because sometimes people are so busy they don't know, or they forget, or they actually don't want to tell you. And I'd like to know rather than not know. Meanwhile, in the main reception room, we are just preparing all the different shutters, the woodwork for the fresh coats of eggshell that we'll be painting here. So we need to get right into the grooves and into the moulding all over the skirting to really smooth that down so the paint will go on well. After that, we vacuum to get rid of all the particles of dust. One thing that has come up has been the wooden flooring. Now the wooden flooring is actually looking great and is lovely, and we've got lots of it, but I think we've got more than we need. So one thing to remember is if you have actually ordered some stuff and it comes in boxes, this applies to tiles, it applies to flooring and quite a few other things as well. It means that you can return these items and get some money back. It's worth noting this because there's no point in hanging around in a storeroom, in a garage or in anywhere else. But we appear to have 4 boxes. Let me see if I can show you that, because it's down here. So as you can see, these boxes here, there's 4 of them and they are complete. These little scraps here that we'll see, that these ones we actually want to keep, but these ones can go back. So I am going to speak to the basically my contact, if you like, at the company where I got the flooring, and say to them, would you mind if we get these things back to you? Because we don't need them, somebody else could use them and we can get some money back and save a bit of money on the budget. Another thing to think about is what happens when you've got parts and things that you think you may not need. I would actually say to everybody is keep hold of these things. Sometimes you think they're not going to be in use and you don't want them and you're quite happy to chuck things out, but I would say hang on to them as much as possible. We actually have some things here which are actually for the radiators, which I could possibly show you up here. And it's these 3 things here. They're actually thermostats, and they were basically put into the property and they were supposed to be used on something, but we found that we don't need them. I'm hanging on to them for the moment until the job is done. It's just very wise and very prudent to hang on to things until everything is finished so that you are absolutely sure that you don't need them. I've come out of the house to get some breakfast and I've come out to do some work, which I can't do on site because it's really noisy. There's nothing you can do about this, you just have to sort of work around it as you go. But the fireplace people are fine, the joinery people have had to have a hold up, so I'm just dealing with them at the moment, but everybody else is fine and they are starting to work on the basement. Hurrah! So we're midway with the fireplace and you can see the limestone fireplace. That's the pad, as it's known, on top. It has to have the lintel on the top of that. So if you look down below, you can see here the hearth with a spirit level on top of it, and here he's just measuring up to see exactly how level the fireplace is. You can see the gas pipe there and the breeze blocks, which are new in place, ready for the slips. Now I'm out and about at the moment for one reason only. In the lighting that we chose, in the box that was delivered, there has been an anomaly. In other words, what we ordered didn't arrive. Now luckily the lighting supplier who supplied us the lighting and all the other bits and bobs that were with them, the drivers, etc., those things, those people are actually around the corner, so I've actually come out to swap things over. When you find that there's a mistake that's been made, sometimes it can be up to you to remedy it, and sometimes it's actually the quickest way to do things is to actually get it done yourself. So you'll find yourself sometimes going to strange places, industrial estates and places like that around the back of different houses to actually pick things up, all part of the job. As if I haven't been on my feet all of the day, practically all of the day, you then get a chance to see down different roads and different places that you would never have gone to before. But everything has been sorted out and all is well. So I'm now heading back to the house to hand over the things, the missing drivers, which I needed, to go to the electrician, so he'll be a happy bunny and can carry on with his work. Back at base, this is the cloakroom with the back cistern in and the yellow of the waterproof ditch matting. And the fireplace is just being wiped down with washing up liquid and water. And that's how you should clean limestone, nothing else. So, I have just finished at the Chelsea house. All has gone well. The fireplace guys are still working on that. They've been here all day, rendering, filling things in, putting on the slips, which are the side bits that go on a fireplace, and the hearth. There's a few things that we need to work out tomorrow when the gas man arrives. Nothing to do with the gas, just really all to do about the hearth and the level that it's sitting on, actually on the wood flooring, but more on that later. Other than that, I had a good conversation with the fireplace guys about buying other fireplaces that I have sometimes to sell. When people rip stuff out of their homes, sometimes it's new stuff, and where does it go and what do you do? But in this case, he may be wanting to buy something from me for the Primrose Hill job, so that might save me a bit of bother trying to sell that somewhere online. We shall see. Otherwise, the day is done for the moment, so I've still got a few more emails to do, lots of different things coming in and out about payments. Spoken to all clients today. Everybody seems happy, but there's still so much to do. See you all tomorrow.